Alright, so hello everyone and welcome to what has really become MCGamerCZ yearly at this point. Now, if you're not familiar with this type of video, it's essentially a channel update. It started off as MCGamerCZ weekly, then it moved over to MCGamerCZ monthly, and now it is really more like MCGamerCZ yearly. And I make these every time I want to talk about a couple of things that aren't necessarily related to one another or even to Warframe. So thing number one is Tenno Clock. Now, for those of you not familiar with Tenno Clock, it is a long-running Warframe podcast that's been going on for a very, very long time indeed. And I have been asked to be a guest on it, so it was a lot of fun. It's a fantastic podcast, so if you want to check it out, I'll put a link to the description as well as a comment down below. Thing number two is the Jovian Concord and the clan recruitment for the Gentlemanz. So as you may or may not know, there is an update coming to Warframe, hopefully this week. And this update will bring a new Eidolon, some new guns, it will bring the Wisp Warframe, it completely reworks the Jupiter tileset, it brings a new game mode, and with that game mode comes a clan event. Now, the way these events work from past experience is that most of the rewards are for the individual player, so as you play the event, you will just get rewards as you finish the different stages or you repeat it a set amount of times. But there is usually also I don't know if I would call it a meta reward that's locked to clan, so you can't get it as an individual player, you have to get it by working towards a certain goal as a clan, something like the Ignis Raid was for the Pacifism Defect event. Now, the rewards don't tend to be exclusive forever because Bara will eventually bring them to a relay, but in the case of the Ignis Raid, it was exclusive to these clans for many months, and the only way you could get it is to either be in a clan that got it or buy it from a clan that got it. So I thought this was a great opportunity to remind you that my clan, the Gentlemanz, has recently gone up to a Moon clan, so we have a bunch of open spaces for you guys to join before the event starts, because one of the things that also happens with these clan events is that as soon as the event starts, clan recruitment is locked, so you can't join a clan while the event is going on. Now, the Gentlemanz is a community clan, so we have no crazy rules like you have to be MR 35 and you have to be able to go 5 hours into a survival with power strength Loki. There is none of that, just be a decent human being. Don't be overly vulgar in the chat and just, be nice. Just don't be a bellend. That's basically the only rule, aside from if you're offline for more than 31 days, you have to let someone know why you're offline or you're gonna be kicked. Because once these clan events starts, you want to have as many active people as you can, otherwise you might not finish it. So if you'd like to join the Gentlemanz for the upcoming clan, or just join them because you want to be in a big active clan, Anarchy, the most beautiful man in the world, my right-hand man in the clan, he's basically responsible for all the clan stuff and for us winning 3rd place in one of the dojo decoration contests, made a fantastic list of all the raids. Those are the people that can invite you with their time zones. So these are all the people you can ask for an invite with the time zone they're in, and I will once again put it in a description as well as in a comment down below. And finally, the third thing I want to talk about is not fun because it has to do with my health and it might affect the amount of content I will produce this week. So what's going on is that for a couple of years now, I've had these really weird instances of crampy abdominal pain that would happen a few hours after I ate something, and it would stay for about 8 hours. Now, the first time this happened, I actually ended up in a hospital because I didn't know what it was and I felt like I was gonna die. And the doctors couldn't really figure out what it was, and it was back when I was like 50 pounds heavier, so it was like, you're fat, and it looks like you have some sandy stuff in your gallbladder, so it's probably gallbladder. So I spent about 3 or 4 days in the hospital, and they let me home, and they told me to be careful about what I eat, generally just eat bread and sort of the easy things like soups for a couple of days, and it was fine. I was fine in about a week, and it didn't happen again until about a year later. When it happened again, I was like, aha, I know what this is. I felt this before, so I took all the prescription things they gave me, and I was careful about what I was eating for the next couple of days, and it was fine until about a year later when it happened again, and this process repeated until I lost a bunch of weight about 2 years ago, at which point it stopped happening completely. Until it came back with a vengeance like 3 months ago, because for whatever reason, I haven't gained any weight, I actually lost a little bit more weight. I started having this cramping abdominal pain again after I eat random things that are not really connected in any way every week or every other week. And this has never happened before because, as I've said, it would happen like once a year before and I would be in pain throughout the evening and then sore for the next couple of days and then it would be fine. But now it goes away and as soon as I feel fine, it happens again. And then again and again and again and again for the last couple of months. And I don't believe it's the gallbladder thing anymore, because at first it made sense, right? I was fat, so it was happening, then I lost weight, and it stopped happening until now. And I've been trying to figure out if it's something I'm doing myself, right? Because I already lost a bunch of weight and that didn't help. So I was like, maybe it's the amount of caffeine that I drink, because I drank a lot of caffeine. So I stopped drinking it completely and I just drink water, and it kept happening. Then I realized that my dad has pretty severe lactose intolerance. So I was like, well, let's just stop consuming lactose. And it worked for 2 weeks and then it happened again. So it's not lactose. And I was like, well, maybe it's gluten. So I stopped eating gluten for 2 weeks. And it happened anyway. I even stopped smoking cigarettes. I don't smoke anymore. I smoked for 10 years and I stopped. And it's just not working. So I'm going to see my doctor tomorrow. We're going to run some blood tests. And there's a pretty good chance I'm just going to be going from one doctor to another to try and figure out what it is. Which means my ability to produce content may be impaired just a little bit. So I hope you understand. But anyway, I think I've been rambling for long enough, so I thank you very much for watching as always, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. Push